Hello and welcome to the 2018 Middle East Regional Conference. I'm joined this afternoon by Sumit Aggarwal, who is the Executive Vice President and Head of Transaction Banking at Emirates NBD. Sumit, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Now, you just finished a panel on the Transaction Bankers Forum in which you discussed some of the pressures that banks are facing in terms of having to provide cheaper and quicker payments. To what extent is this impacting the way that banks are doing business today?
See, James, banks are all about payments. And it's quite interesting that, we are being challenged in our own backyard. And this has built up over decades because as we get used to technology in our personal lives, as we get used to instant gratification, there's absolutely nothing wrong with expecting that standard in your corporate life also. And therefore, there are lots of options available to clients now to actually do payments faster, cheaper, and anytime, anywhere doesn't sound like a hollow slogan anymore because, there are many fintechs and other players who are making that happen. As far as banks staying in business is concerned, of course, we are an old and strong industry. We are built around trust. And the challenge actually is more of relevance because we have to deal with a lot of legacy infrastructure across the industry, not just within the banks, and then stay efficient day in, day out. And there seems to be no end to that journey. And that's why banks have to do something beyond the normal to stay relevant.
You mentioned on stage some of the disruptive new startups and fintech players coming into this space. What kind of sort of impact and role are they having on transaction banking today?
Well, again, back to the payment space. They are making payments faster. They are making them happen cheaper. And most importantly, they are giving a great experience to clients. However, since it is all about moving money, banks have a key role to play. And we believe that if we collaborate, if we partner, both fintechs and banks do need each other. And therefore, if we can combine the agility, the nimbleness, the latest technology, with the fact that banks are on the ground, they are regulated, and they stand for trust, it could be a formidable combination with the sole purpose of delivering a great client experience to both our retail and wholesale bank customers.
Okay, so there'll be a strong partnership hopefully moving forward there.
Absolutely. We are looking forward to very strong partnerships, and there is clearly a competitive space. However, the size of the collaborative space is clearly more enticing.
Okay. Now, Sumit, just finally, you mentioned on stage something which is very well known, which is Emirates NBD investing about 1 billion dirhams in new technology. In what ways will this sort of play out in terms of the transaction banking component of the bank's business?
It will play out significantly, and let me share two aspects of it. One is I've been referring to legacy systems across the industry, and therefore every bank tends to have a number of different systems doing, let's say, payments. So one is we are harmonizing it. We are consolidating it. Second piece is becoming more agile. So agile is not just about, how you do technology. It's about people. It's about processes. And therefore, the idea is that the combination of a consolidated core and agile practices equal to great client experience and higher relevance.
That's the secret moving forward then for the bank.
We hope so.
Okay, well, Sumit, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Thank you.